Sometimes we dig. We don't like what we find.
Sounds good. Nigeria Chambers from Big Gold Belt Media. Kim and Bobby, thank you so much for your time today. Congratulations on your new series, The Better Sister, coming to Prime Video May 29th. How are you two doing?
Good.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Nigeria. Thank you.
Best 8 hours of my life watching this show, man.
Oh,
And let's get right into it so you can know that I really did watch this, because I know people just be saying things, whatnot. Kim, if you're not aware, May is officially Mental Health Awareness Month. Man. Nan is such a layered character. And I would love for you to just take a moment to really assess for us, the viewers, Nan's mental capacity throughout this entire series. And there's one episode, a therapy session, which is the connection here, that you can't help but to feel something for her. She's very stern in her job. She is about getting the job done. But it's always about those type of people that are tough, and you think all is good and they're okay. And then when you really start to pull back the layers, you realize, like, wow, like, everybody has something going on. And I resonate with that, because we see these people every day in and day out. But I just, for you, if you could just kind of give a little bit of background and sort of perspective as the actor coming into this character, assessing her mental capacity throughout the show.
Well, I think, like, coming into it, I like the fact that Guidry was, like, really, really loved her job and loved the hunt and was so driven, and, like, she's a real ball buster. She has a lot of swagger, a lot of opinions. She's a lot of fun. She loves her colleagues. She loves the job. And to love that kind of job, I mean, it's a hard job. You see a lot of dark things. You see a lot of hard things, trying to help people. That's the motivation. You're trying to help people, right? And try to enforce the law. And I think a lot of times with these characters, I think they're like detectives and law enforcement characters, they're complicated, and they probably come from some sort of trauma sometimes that they're trying to fix or that they're trying to help. And we come to find out later that Guidry's got a little something that got covered up, and we mirror a little bit of corruption where the institutions will lean into loyalty over accountability, and we show a little bit of that, I don't know, sometimes that might work for the better good, sometimes it does not, and we know that, know that. But in this case, I think they realized that she lost her temper, or she was in over her head. I don't want to go too much into that because it'll come into the show, but she has to have a sit down. She gets sent back to therapy because she's kind of running close. She's running close to that temperature again.
Yeah.
She does not want to lose her job. She wants to do the right thing.
100%. That's really one of the biggest takeaways from that, is this, how much pride she takes in her job. I got a question for the both of you, but I'm going to let Bobby step in here first. The question also I had in regards to Matt, which, by the way, amazing mustache in the show. It seemed like you both lost it, we'll leave that. But because of the mustache question that came about, and then because of the result of the mustache question and the hair reference, I wonder for you all, what would be your sort of take on the workplace culture there? Because that was, that could be something a little offensive. And we do hear a measure of apology later, but I still think it's something very layered in there with that. So if you can sort of elaborate a little bit more on that, Bobby, if possible.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and it could come off offensive. And I think he's very self-conscious of where he sits in the power dynamics in the office. But I think for me and my relationship with our sergeant, with our boss, I know it's coming from a place of love, and it's almost to wanting to get approval. So I didn't take it of like, hey, I think you think I look like too shaggy or whatever, but I'm like, okay, I'm willing to do this. And it's also wanting to grow and have a physical transformation of like, take me serious. It's like, if you have shaggy hair and it's like, now I'm clean cut. So it's almost like trying to do that so that in his emotional life and that people take him serious. So I don't know if it worked, but that was the hope.
Anything want to add on that to that, Kim?
Well, I think for Guidry loves the way she looks. No, she's just confident. I think also what went into play with that was that I remember was the fact that there was a lot of attention on the case now, and there was a lot of cameras around, and that maybe you had a little self-awareness about things.
Yeah.
I see.
Being in the public eye
Yeah.
and just presenting in this world.
Yeah.
Also, the case we're dealing with is very high profile, very
Exactly.
wealthy people, the way they are, everything, even the suits, even the clothing. It was all intentional by an assortment of the team working together to put that.
We were off the rack, really, and they were, well, Chloe's was very fashionable.
Yeah.
We were very off the rack. Then Nicky's just like whatever's in the drawer kind of thing. At least when we first meet her, like the silk pajamas, t-shirt. Yeah. But the costume design was incredible at sort of expressing our characters.
Agreed. Kim, long-term fan of yours, obviously referring back to Fear the Walking Dead, and you had so much banter in that show, and I just didn't think you could ever top that. Let me tell you, you do not want to encounter Nan because she'll pull a one-liner out on you in a heartbeat. I got to know at this rate, is this just your true craft? Is this part of who you are in terms of your banter to really be able to deliver back so instantly? It's like she always gonna have something to say, so you better come correct. And I love it. I love it.
She's Nan Guidry's very performative. I think she loves the stage. She's got things to say. She's got wit, and so she's opinionated and doesn't mind people listening. For me, I don't know. I'm not like that personally, but a little bit. But wait, there was another part of your question. Oh, I don't know. It's in the writing. It's the writing. I'm not making it up. It's the writing.
Yeah, I love it. Final question I want to give to you too is that typically when you have two partners, the camaraderie is very solid. I don't know if I ever felt that. I don't think that makes it less professional or less achievable to get the job done. But this wasn't a buddy cop film by any means, or buddy cop series by any means. These were two different people, had two different strategies at times, but respected one another. If you ask me, how did y'all work that sort of unconventional approach to these two characters?
Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, it's like it's pretty atypical, I think, in a show. You expect a united front, but yeah, I think there again it is the writing and the just two fully well-drawn characters, that are different and trying to work together. I think that happens probably more often than not.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's very true to life. I'm assuming if two people, they both want to have a take on it and they want to speak up, and you butt heads, and that's where the conflict is. And I think that's interesting to watch instead of just agreeing with everything and not having a take. So that was actually very fresh.
Bingo. Bingo. Kevin, Bobby, thank you so much for your time today. This is just, again, the best 8 hours I spent watching the show. The Better Sister, You All the World. You can check it out May 29th. It's been a pleasure talking to you both today. Congratulations.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Picturesque.